Hello, my people. How you all doing? I trust you're fine. My name is Cynthia Mommy Creativity. Today, I have a story for you. Okay, it's actually a true life story on how I published my first book. A lot of people has been coming to me. A lot of young adults has been coming to me, telling me that they would want to publish their books. They were asking me how I published mine. It wasn't that easy. It wasn't easy at all right. I started writing from a very tender age, right from when I was young, when I was in primary. I started writing from a very tender age. All right. So when I got to SS1, I decided to publish. My dream then was to publish and put the picture that was supposed to be at the back. My dream then was to put a picture where I was wearing a school uniform, a secondary school uniform. All right, so that was my dream. I want my first book to be published when I was still in secondary. All right, so one day I wrote a book. After that, I called my friend Olivia Nwawolo and my younger sister Amarachi Zalo, and I told them that I want to go to a publishing company. Okay, they asked me if I was ready to publish it. All right, and I told them yes, I'm ready, that I want to publish my book, and they said okay, fine. They escorted me to a publishing company. When we got to the publishing company, I gave them my script and told them that I want to publish my novel. I wrote a drama. Drama was actually the first novel I wrote. Okay, so they told me that it's really funny, anyways. So they told me that I would have to deposit the sum of 15,000 naira. Then the only money I had was just 100 naira. That 100 naira was my transport fare back to my house. So they said I should deposit 15,000 naira before they would start work. All right. And then my parents were having some, financial difficulties. Things was not so good for us then. So I went home. I went home and I told my mom that I'm done writing my book. I'm done writing my book, and I want them to help me. I told them what the publisher said, that I must deposit the sum of 15,000 naira before they would start work, before they would start typing it and then edit and do all the things. So my mom told me that there was no money in the house. The only money she had was my school fees, and then my school fees was about 12 or 13,000 naira at St. Anthony of Padua High School. Oh. So African mothers now, they they are not always serious. I know you wouldn't know when they are serious and when they are not serious. So my mom told me, okay, fine. If you want to publish your book, you have to choose between paying your school fees or publishing the book or depositing the money. So if the book is more important, take your school fees and deposit. And if school is more important, pay your school fees. She gave me the money. And I was looking at the money like this. What do I do now? The book was so important to me at that moment because I want to publish it. You know what I did? I took down my school fees to the publishing company and gave them the money with the intention that my mom would still give me another money. All right. At least even if my mom did not give me, my dad would give me. So that was the initial plan. So when it was time to pay the school fees, my school, there is a way they normally do. If you are owing the school, instead of sending you back to your home, instead of sending students out, they will lock you up in a prison. They will lock you up in a prison. There's a special room. The prison is not a bad place actually, but there's a special room where they will lock you up. You will not enter the class. You will not go out. You will not play. You will not break nothing. You will not buy anything. You will just stay there, okay, till you pay your school fees. I think the reason why they are doing that is so that the students will not, go to another place when they ask them to go to their homes. Okay, so, and I hate that place with passion. I don't like that prison for anything. Okay, so that day they asked us to present our receipts, which shows that we have paid the school fees, and I did not, I don't have the receipts now. So they asked us to enter the prison. Oh my god, it was, I don't know how I felt so bad. I felt like crying inside that place. I felt so bad. Okay, so after that I went home and I told my mom that I did not enter class. I told her I did not enter class. And she said, why? I told her I've not paid school fees now, that she has not given me school. She said she has given me school fees over 2 or 3 weeks ago. I said, no, you gave me money to deposit for Buko and I've already deposited. My mom actually thought that I have paid the school fees. Alright. She never knew that I deposited the money. And she said, Lucy, Chinemerem, I've already given you your school fees, oh. I don't have any business with you. Hey, God. And I will go to school the next day, which means I will still enter prison again. Oh my God. I wept. I wept bitterly. I wept bitterly. And, told my dad. I explained things to my dad. But I don't know. He didn't pay much attention to me because there was no money. Alright. So the next day, I entered the prison. And my teacher saw me, Mrs. Okanume. She said, Lucy, Cynthia, actually, I was answering Cynthia then. Your parents used to pay your school fees on time. What are you doing here? Or you don't want to enter class? I told her, I explained things to her. And she said she would call my parents then. Okay? So after explaining to my parents, they paid the school fees. Glory to God. They paid the school fees. But it was so difficult to complete the payment for the publishing of the book. So after that, it took me a lot of months or years to gather the money. I don't even know how I got the complete money anyways. But all thanks to my parents and all thanks to people that helped me, I started publishing my book, my first book, in the year 2015 when I was in SS1, and the book came out when I was in SS3. So almost 3 years, 2 years and some months. So it took me over 2 years and some months to publish my first book. Glory to God. I thank God for it. So that was how I published my first book.